all-time win list here at Seekonk. 45 laps the distance for the Post Dogs here tonight. Who will be sitting in Evans Auto Parts victory lane? We'll find out as Martin rolls the field off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. We're underway.
Down into turn number 1, and a great start from Radical Rick Martin as well as Freddie Estelle. They rocket up into second place, and here comes Mike Brightman underneath Stample for third.
Brightman trying to take over that number 3 spot while Martin and Estelle sit nose to tail off of turn number 2. That's the battle for the lead down into 3 and 4.
Down through the corner they go. Estelle putting some pressure on Rick Martin, but both of them start to pull away from the rest of the pack. Mike Brightman sits in third, and here comes Dave Darling fighting to take over fourth from Stample.
Estelle takes a look to the outside of Martin, closes right up on the back bumper, tries a crossover move. Martin shuts the door down into 1.
Down into 1 and 2 they go. Darling takes away that fourth position, and here comes Ryan Van Ness looking to take away fifth from Stample, who's stuck on that outside lane. Van Ness holds 2 spots over Dylan Estrella right now for that battle for second in the championship.
Darling and Brightman having at it for that third position. Brightman was not giving up the bottom lane. Darling had us take it away from him. Dives down to the inside. He looks for the third spot down into 1 and 2.
Lots of speed on the outside lane for Mike Brightman, staying even with Darling, making this difficult for your champion as he comes off the corner. Darling finally gets by him. That leaves a door open for Ryan Van Ness into 1.
Darling up into the third spot and has to check out and start chasing down second and first. They continue to run nose to tail off of down into 1 and 2. Estelle, the Hound. Martin, the Rabbit, down into 3 and 4.
2-car breakaway here puts Darling on an island of his own with Ryan Van Ness trying to close that gap. Kevin Casper gets by Mike Brightman, and here comes Dylan Estrella looking to do the same and make his way into that 6th position as Estrella and Brightman battle side by side down the back into 3.
Darling's time that time, and again this time, a tenth and a half faster than your leaders. He is hunting them down and hunting them down quick. Off of 4, Martin sets the pace. Estelle second, Darling third, Van Ness fourth. Casper rounds out the top 5.
Dave Darling wants to take the sweep. He wants to win the final race of the year to go along with this title, and he is making a good case for that with 34 laps to go. He has closed that gap to merely 3 car lengths as they race down the back.
Darling closing in fast down into 3 and 4 as Martin continues to hold off the charges of Freddie Estelle. 3 of the all-time post-stock greats set the pace down into 3 and 4. You are witnessing some of the best drivers to ever turn the wheel here at the 3rd mile. 1 first, 2nd, and 3rd.
Down through the corner, Darling's closed that gap as Estelle is knocking on the rear bumper of Martin, hoping he can make him open that door and get on by as Darling has now made this a 3-car battle for the lead through 1 and 2.
Off the corner they come, and Estelle takes a look down to the inside as they close up on the 44th Cabral. Darling takes a look to the outside. Battle for the 2nd spot. Darling going up top, down to 1.
He's got to the corner of Estelle on that outside lane. Can't quite make it work. He falls in behind the 30 as they race down through 3 and 4. Now looks to the bottom. Estelle opened the door. Not enough though. Darling looks to the outside maybe one more time. Crossover move out of 2.
Look at him come off the corner and just tighten down that bottom lane. He takes over the 2nd spot like a hot knife through butter. Sets his sights on Martin down into 1 and 2.
Big time move from Darling. Estelle looks to answer back with the same thing all over the rear bumper with the 52 through 3 and 4. A little bit of bump in there off turn number 4. Darling able to hold on to 2nd position though as Martin continues to lead.
Off the corner they come, and Dave Darling seems like he's toying with the drivers he watched growing up, emulating every move out of the racetrack, how to get to the front quick, and he's got it down pat. Trouble off of turn number 2. Hussey goes around. Rick Martin and Dave Darling will bring the field down off of turn number 4. Up on the throttle. Darling looks for the advantage.
Down into the corner they go off turn number 2. Dave Darling fires ahead in front of Rick Martin. Martin able to shut the door though down on the inside. Doesn't let Darling get quite by. They race across the stripe. Darling leads the lap. Clears him in turn 1.
Darling out front. Martin not giving up with Van Ness now sitting 3rd. They roll into 3 and 4. Darling in control across the stripe.
Down into the corner they go, single file throughout. Ryan Van Ness goes a little bit high through that corner. Estelle can't get a run though. He'll sit in fourth. Ryan Van Ness looking to make the points pass on Dylan Estrella. Estrella running back at about 10th place on the field. He needs to get moving if he wants to finish second.
Down into 3 and 4 they go, and Darling starting to put a little bit of breathing room between he and the 14. Across the stripe, 22 laps complete, and he is still a tenth of a second faster than everybody. Estelle takes a look down to the inside of Van Ness. Battle for third, down into 3 and 4. Off the corner they come. Van Ness holding on. Estelle trying to squeeze on through.
Freddie Estelle with a good run off turn number 2. He's got a nose advantage over the 11. Van Ness tries to pull even as they race through 3 and 4. And off the corner they come. It's Estelle powering out of turn number 4. He takes away third, and Brightman introducing himself to the rear bumper of Ryan Van Ness.
And Ryan just slammed that door on the hard-charging 27, and Brightman sits 5th on the field. Across the stripe with 20 laps to go, this time by. Off the corner, Darling on cruise control in the Bristol Toyota, Johnson Landscaping, Alameda Farms, number 52.
Continuing to lead the way about 3 car lengths over Rick Martin, who is on an island of his own in that second position. A comfortable place for Radical Rick now, hoping to chase down Darling, and knowing he's got Freddie Estelle coming up on his rear. That 30 is fast.
Off the corner they come, and the field's starting to stretch itself out. Right now, the 2 battles on the racetrack are the 27 of Brightman fighting with the 11 of Van Ness, and a little further back is the Dylan Estrella machine trying to work over the 1 of Dallas Stanfield. He gets a run down to the inside off of turn number 2.
Freddie Estelle running in that 3rd position, trying to chase down Rick Martin. He is about a 10th faster than Martin, so at this pace can chase down the 14. He had trouble passing him earlier though, so he's going to have to try to do it again to hop up into that 2nd position.
Fields around off of turn number 4, and Brightman continues to hound the 11 of Van Ness. 15 laps remaining, and Darling in control. Martin sitting in the number 2 spot. Freddie Estelle closing in just a little bit, lap after lap. He can catch him, but can he get by him?
Meanwhile, Dave Darling leads away coming off of turn number 4. He'll cross another lap lead off the board. He's about 1.5 seconds ahead of your second place Rick Martin, who now is feeling the pressure from Fred Estelle. That number 30 Everett's Auto Parts machine as they race down through 3 and 4. Yet another lap crossed off. Dave Darling comes across just a hair under a 13-second lap. Down the back and into turn number 3. It is Freddie Estelle in 3rd, closing in on Rick Martin, in the battle for 4th, also heating up. Mike Brightman looks for a run underneath Ryan Van Ness. Can make it happen out of 4. Same as 1 as Van Ness shuts that door. Holds on to 4th as they race down the back and into 3.
Off of 4 they come, and Estelle is closed right up on the back bumper of the 14 of Martin, trying to find a way by as they roll down with 9 laps to go in the regular season for the Pro Stocks as they come across the stripe.
Darling leads away. Martin still holding on to 2nd with some pressure from the 30 of Estelle, but still Estelle can't find his way by. Ryan Van Ness holds on to 4th. Mike Brightman in 5th with Kevin Castor behind him. Dylan Estrella has moved his way up to 7th. That's good for his points lead in 2nd place over Ryan Van Ness, who sits in 3rd. Both on the scoreboard point system. He's 4th on the track. He's closing though on 3rd place.
7 laps remaining, and across the stripe. Make it 6 when they come off of turn number 4. The field in a rhythm with 6 laps remaining. Rick Martin comfortable in 2nd. Freddie Estelle 3rd. Van Ness and Brightman your top 5. 5 laps to go this time across the stripe.
Across the stripe goes Darling. Estelle still can't figure out a way around Rick Martin. Martin has some speed in that 14. Not quite as much as Estelle, who's just a little bit faster. Consistently now looking to the outside. Estelle to the outside of Rick Martin. Down through 1 and 2. Can he make it work off the corner?
Down off of turn number 4. 3 laps to go for your leader, and Freddie Estelle trying to wind up that outside lane. Looking to the outside of Martin, down into 1 and 2. Into 3 and 4 goes Darling. Here comes Estelle to the outside. Martin down into 3.
A power move here from the 30 of Estelle. If he can make it work, he falls in behind Martin again as they get the twin 6. 2 laps to go for the Pro Stocks, and your leader, Dave Darling.
Off the corner they come, and the white flag unfurls 1 lap away as Darling leads it into the corner. Estelle still knocking on the door of Martin off of turn number 2. They head down into 3 and 4. Dave Darling picks up his win. Second place, Estelle takes a look, can't get a turn. Martin finishes second. Freddie Estelle rounds out the top 3. You look a little dejected, though.
Yeah, you try to race everybody clean, but, obviously, that concrete's going to hurt if you drive into it. That's all I know.
A decent way to finish off the season, 3rd in points. 2020, what's the vision on that?
I didn't even hear you, Kev. I'm sorry.
2020, what's the vision on next year?
We don't like to think that far ahead.
Well, a long season. I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank Everett's Auto Parts. They're a great sponsor of the backing of the track, backing this 30 car and the other cars in different divisions. I'd like to thank Vinny. Vinny, I'll drive around you in a 17 late model. He's been my spotter the past month, and I'll tell you what, little bit of energy underneath the seat of Fred Estelle since I got Vinny on board.
Some shades of old with you and Freddie going at it for a while.
Yeah, we're having fun out there. Actually, I had a little fun with Dave for once. I actually could stay with him for a couple laps there, and it was just nice to be able to run with these guys.
A long season, a good way to finish it off.
Yeah, we finally just got the car where pretty close. We've been chasing stuff all season long, and then we finally just went back to our basic package and alone. And it's a 3rd, 4th place car, but maybe next year we get a little faster.
I know you got some people who've been working hard for you all year long.
Yeah, I got to thank my dad. Without him, I wouldn't be doing this. The Souza clan, Rick Lambert and his wife there, Jim from Auto Cosmetics there, and Barry there, Shine Shop, Tomasi, Law. All these guys is what keeps us on the track every week. Without them, if I don't have them next year, I won't be here. Let's put it that way.
Dave, a dominating performance here, kind of an exclamation point on the season.
Yeah, this car has just been awesome all year. I can't thank Jeff Bellier for the preparation and the hard work. Dedication, him and Ronnie, they're down there a few nights a week, and, it's all day Saturday, and whatever needs to get done, it's ready to go, and, the explanation points put on by them to make sure that this car is perfect every time it hits the track, and I can't thank them enough. And, I got to thank all my competitors and everyone, Rick for running me hard but clean, and, at the end there, and, grew up watching those 2 guys and had to go buy them for the win, so that's pretty cool. And, to get 7 championships, and you never thought we'd get, when I was a kid, this guy's age, coming here watching racing, just hoping I could get out here and race someday. To have 7's pretty cool.
Tie at the top. You tie Jerry at the all-time championship lead. It's got to feel pretty good to be one of the all-time champion winners here at Seekonk.
Yeah, it's not a goal you'd set at any point or anything like that. It's just kind of come here, show up every week, get top 5s, see where the cards land, and then get into the top 3 and 2nd and 3rd. You just kind of keep working your way up a little bit at a time, and I've been fortunate to have great cars, great people behind me. Gary Johnson, Ronnie Pond, since we started this adventure, still here with me. Jeff Bellier coming in, been a longtime friend, 15 years. And the support of family and friends, my kids, and Diane running the Dave Darling Racing Facebook page, her support, her newfound love for racing, which is awesome. The smell and the speed and just watching it, and that's the thing. You come out here, you watch, whether you root for people or not, just, come experience it, because, there's nothing like it. And, I grew up watching over there by the tunnel from 7 years on. Every week I'd come with my dad, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and, here I am.
2020, more of the same?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see what the track does with the rules and stuff like that, and kind of, see how that plays out and go from there. But yeah, it's close to home, right across the street, and all my business is here, and it's easy for my kids to come and watch me race each week. And, so I don't get to spend a lot of time with them because we're here racing, but they love watching and they love coming. So, what am I going to do?